saying, YouTube land, how you all doing? YouTube land, that's a new one. We might stick with that, you never know. So we're going to do a baking recipe today. We're going to make an old school recipe that I used to make many years ago at school. Oh yes, we're going to make some rock cakes. That's something not too hard. Rock cakes, something. Okay, the jokes won't get any better. The ingredients that you will need for your rock cakes are 250 grams of self-raising flour, also 100 grams of butter or margarine. We're using margarine. Also, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, which is just there. 50 grams of granulated sugar. 150 grams of mixed dry fruit. 1 large egg. I want 2 tablespoons of milk. You can also use some mixed spice in them if you want to. I'm actually going to use a little bit of vanilla essence as well. Now the first thing to do is turn your oven on. Always turn your oven on before you bake, because it gives the oven the chance to warm up. It's gas mark 5 or 190 degrees if you're using electric. But we're using gas, so we're going to turn it on to gas mark 5. Also line your baking tray. You can either grease your baking tray with the margarine, or you can just put a bit of grease-proof paper on, which I'm going to do. I'm going to use the grease-proof paper. So first of all, into your mixing bowl, mix even safe the flour. Put the flour in there. And also the baking powder. These little lumps of flour, you can just cut them up like that. Just break it up like that. Put your baking powder and sift that as well. That little sieve. Next, put your margarine into the bowl. This should just drop in easily. There you go, that did, didn't it? Now you're going to use the rubbing in method. I just think there's about 2 ways of making cakes. If I've got the rubbing in method or the creaming method, this is the rubbing in method. All you do is just keep rubbing it in like this with your fingertips, and it will eventually turn into breadcrumbs, or what looks like breadcrumbs. Keep doing that until you get a nice breadcrumb consistency. That's an hard word for me to say. That's already going into breadcrumbs. You can use butter or margarine, like I say. I'm using margarine. Margarine's easier to work with than butter. But entirely up to you. But yeah, margarine's always softer. I do use butter sometimes, but we'll be on the tight side today. Just use the cheap stuff. That's turning lovely, that actually. That's gone better than I've done it before with butter, so I would use margarine. And I'm only using cheap margarine as well, which is Tesco's own brand called Stockwell and Company. But you can use any margarine you want. You can use the most famous one, Stork, if you want. Any you want. That's gone into a lovely breadcrumb consistency there, hasn't it? Make sure it's all rubbed in. Lovely. Yeah, it's a lovely breadcrumb consistency there. Now the best way to bake is to put a little tea towel underneath so the bowl doesn't keep moving, as somebody told me. So thank you. I think it was Moira. So put a little bowl underneath as well, so it doesn't keep moving around. I learned this at school and I forgot all about it. Right, there we go. Now you're going to stir in your dry ingredients next. So you're going to stir in your mixed fruit, like that. You're also going to stir in your sugar, granulated sugar. So give that a mix as well. La la la, there we go. We can sing along while we do it. La 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 la, there you go. Looking nice already. It'll look even better when it's baked. To mix all that in together like that. Oh, the smell's coming from it already. The aromas are delicious. They really are. Now beat an egg and then put 1 teaspoon of milk into your egg as well. In fact, it's 1 tablespoon of milk, not 1 teaspoon. So mix that in there. Let's give it a beat. Oh, you can't beat it, can you? You can't beat it. Oh, there you go. But we are beating it. Just beat it. Just beat it. Michael Jackson, eat your heart out. There you go. Now we're going to pour that in straight into the mixture, and then we're going to mix it all in. So pour that into your mixture, and then just mix it all in like that. And eventually it will come together. It will do. I promise. It's all going together now. Look at that. It's all going together now. As I said, the aromas are absolutely fantastic. Now then, you can use a spatula to take that off if you want, which we will do in a second, or just enough a spoon. Simple recipe this, and these are going to be delicious, I hope. I've just remembered we forgot to put a little bit of the vanilla extract in as well, so we are going to put a little bit of that in as well, wherever that's gone. Just a little drop, not too much. Don't know. Overdo it, perhaps a couple of drops like that. Actually, I might just use a little bit more. There we go. And then mix that all in again. So you've got like a little dough mixture there. That can all be mixed in together again. Make sure it's all mixed in, that vanilla essence, as we forgot to put it in the first place. So we'll give it a bit of an extra stir, so it's not sticking in one place. Because one would taste like it's got vanilla extract and the other wouldn't, and that would not do, would it not? No, it would not, Ian. Say no, it would not, Ian. There you go. Next, get a tablespoon and just put a little bit of mixture onto each side, or just use your hands. Just pick it up with your hand and do it. It's easier. Make them as big as you want. They're going to be rock cakes, so they don't have to be in a perfect shape. So just put them on like that. Wonder how many we'll get out of this mixture. Depends how big you make them, of course. If you want them quite small, you can make them small. If you want them big, like I'm doing quite big ones, make them quite big. And as I say, you don't need to be a perfect shape on these because they're going to be looking like rocks. I'm sure a lot of you would have made these at school. Because I think it was an old school custom to be making rock cakes. Make sure there's a little gap in between them, because otherwise they're all going to stick together. So we're just going to move that one a little bit further up there and a little bit further up there. And then put that one there. because they will expand with the baking powder and with the self-raising flour as well. So it should turn up quite big, these. We've got one more. That's going to be a teeny weeny one, this one, but there you go. We've got a teeny baby one. There's the baby one. Look at that. That's going to be quite small when that bakes. So you're going to stick it in your oven now. Or 15 minutes. That's 15 minutes. So stick them in the oven. And we'll come back to you when they are baked. So there we go, they've had the 15 minutes. Let's have a look what they look like. And they have turned out absolutely delicious. Couple stuck together there, but there we go. Put brown on the bottom. We could have glazed them first. I did forget about that. So you can glaze them before you put them in. But yeah, I'm pleased with them. Let's get them onto a cooling rack. So yeah, put them onto a cooling rack and let them cool down. You can even eat them hot if you want to. They're going to the cooling rack. Best to wait till they get cool. There's the little baby one that we did as well. There we go. I'm going to eat one warm. Let's eat one warm. Let's have a taste. Yeah. Even though I baked them myself, I must say these are delicious. You can eat them warm as well. I think the vanilla essence has actually tasted them up a bit better as well, because we've not been using that in some of our cake recipes recently, but that does help as well. So yeah, we'll have a go at making some rock cakes. They will be delicious. Until next time, thanks for watching. I'll be back again soon. Until that time, look after yourselves, keep well. Remember, fun times are always good times. And until next time, keep smiling also. And ciao for now. See you soon. I'm going to enjoy these delicious rock cakes.